Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So I went to Long and McQuaid again today. Actually came home with 3 MIDI keyboards, believe it or not. Well, you're gonna believe it because they're all gonna hit the channel. But I would do these things one at a time. I've been kind of jonesing for a new MIDI keyboard or a keyboard, but problem is I don't have a lot of room in the studio and still teach students. So I didn't want something on a stand. I wanted something just to fit the table, and I figured, why not? Let's go MIDI. I've got Logic Pro, I've got GarageBand, which gives me gazillions of different sounds, effects, types of pianos and synthesizers and all of that stuff, right? So, all right, and besides, MIDI keyboards are flippin' cheap. So this is the Keystation 61 by M Audio. It's the Mark III 61 note keyboard controller, they call it. And in Canadian dollars, that's going to be $219 at your local Long and McQuaid. Wherever you may be in this country, there's over 100 stores. Anyways, there's a little bit to give you on this thing. You get what's in the box is going to be the Keystation 61 Mark III, software download cards, a USB cable, and user guide slash, I guess you could call this a manual. Anyways, probably going to be a full-fledged manual that we could download, but otherwise they do give you that. Now, I didn't bother to open this package up, and I'm not going to. These 3 units are on rent, and I already have my own cable anyhow. We're just going to go through just a little bit of basics, give you a little bit on them, and I've only got until basically December 31st to make up my mind which one I want, because, well, 1 or 2 of these units are actually on sale right now at a pretty good price. So I figured, this is the more expensive one, though, as far as right now. This is $219, and it is not on sale. Okay, so that part does kind of suck a little bit, but definitely affordable. And 61 keys, it just kind of fits. I got about an inch overhang off my desk, but I can easily just go slide this way and no overhang. And then I got about 2.5 inches over here, which is fine. It's still not running into my mixer. And this is kind of nice. Now, a little bit about this keyboard too is you do have a lot of menus up here of different things you can do, via your software as well. That you're going to download, or maybe you're going to run this through Logic Pro or GarageBand. I actually honestly would prefer Logic Pro nowadays, because one of the benefits with that is I can actually have a MIDI device online at the same time as I can actually record another instrument at the same time, or vocals, that sort of thing. It allows me to do that, where GarageBand is kind of like, well, you want a MIDI? Here, have a MIDI. You want your vocal and this? Well, then you're okay. You can do those combined, but you cannot do MIDI and anything else combined, and it's like, that sucks. So yeah, Logic Pro wins, man. I'm going to have to get off my butt and actually buy this program. However, what we do have here, I'm just reading off the screen. You can see that. These are semi-weighted, full-size velocity-sensitive keys. Then they say comprehensive controls that expand the range of playability notes, expressive capabilities, and enhance your recording workflow. Okay, so that's about the basics on it. Now, it's as far as minimum OS requirements, Windows 7 or Mac OS 10.1.1, and an available USB-A port. No big deal. Or if you only have USB-C on your computer, just buy an A to C converter and plug it in that way, like in your MacBook Air or whatever type of thing. Anyhow, so we are going to get out of Google Chrome now, and we are done. I've got the Yamaha Grand Piano, which is another reason to adore and love Logic Pro, because the Grand Piano is not part of GarageBand. But yeah, anyways. So we do have a modulation wheel here. We can also bring our octaves up and down through these function buttons. So this is 61 keys. So if you need access to from here across for an 88 key keyboard, you can do that. If you need to go lower, you can do that too. Basically, where it's sitting right now is with the missing keys that we are missing. We basically start here. which is about normal for what I would be doing. We also have pitch wheel, which is only going to be active if the sound works with it, which apparently this one doesn't. So we'll find a sound. Anyways, so now, you got to forgive me for being a little bit rusty. I haven't played a piano in a really long time, other than screwing around the odd time at church. A couple minutes here, a couple minutes there before the rest of the worship team shows up, and I'll mess around with the piano. But otherwise, yeah, that's not very often. Like, that's only like once or twice a week I get to do that. So I'm kind of like, yeah, a little rusty. Again, that's why I wanted something at home. I'm jonesing for keys again. Anyways, let's go find a couple more different things in here. We got drum kits in here, which is actually kind of cool. Okay, you'll figure out how to play drums eventually, because there's no labels here, by the way. This is a MIDI device, so you're on your own. They got electronic kits too, which are kind of neat. And some keys are active and some aren't. So it looks like we have from here, nothing there. Anyway, depends on the kit too, what's going to be alive and what ain't. Okay, so we also have some studio cellos, if you like the cello. There's our pitch wheel. Violas. Actually feel really nice, you know, even coming back up, they feel really nice. I'm kind of thinking getting a little attached to this thing. I like it. Okay, let's see what else we got here that we can mess around with a little bit. Legacy stuff. Ooh, legacy garage band stuff. Got guitars in here. I do not know how to play guitar on a keyboard, sorry. Got horns. You get the idea. Okay, so there's definitely, like I said, you can change your octaves up and back too. So even on your lowest key on the piano part, it's not what you would get as the lowest key on an 88 key keyboard, obviously, right? And when you go down to like a 49 key keyboard, it's going to be the same thing. Everything's going to shift yet again. And you may have to shift up in order to get back up to where that makes sense. Okay? All in all, though, I mean, I really like MIDI keyboards. because I can access everything. But you can take any digital keyboard that has USB out, turn the volume to 0, USB out, boom, you got a MIDI, right? Too simple, okay? That works. I've done that actually on a number of pianos. I actually did that even on my really nice piano that I had, my 660. Of course, I had the 650, the 660. I think I had the 670 as well. Can't remember. I've had so many keyboards, you know, like I really liked my last big one. It was really cool. It was over $1,000. Took up a lot of real estate in here, which became a problem for me, right? It's kind of like, well, I still got to teach people in here, and it's kind of cramped, right? And I can only do so much. So I figured, well, I'm kind of over all those expenses, and considering what was in that massive, big, nice, beautiful toy, that's a standalone, but it also works as a MIDI. I figured, you know, if I can downsize to something that just fits on my table, you know, I'm good. And I already have sustain pedals, so, you know, by the way, you don't get a sustain pedal with this, but there is a slot, which is in use right now. And as a reminder too, if you're using a non-polarity correctable switched sustain pedal, so like a standard cheapy Yamaha kind of thing, they don't have polarity switching, so plug it in, then turn the power onto the keyboard, because otherwise if you plug it in afterwards, it goes in reverse. So in other words, sustain will be on until you push down on the pedal, and that's not how it's supposed to work. So you're supposed to push down to get sustain, let go to remove sustain. Anyways, we even got a Steinway in here. You can play quiet, or you can play harder. Okay, so velocity sensitive. Grand piano with strings. Oh, this is going to be good. Some mild hint of strings. And if you keep your foot on the sustain pedal, the strings keep going. Cool. So what do we think of this thing? I like it. I really like it. And like I said, we're not going over any of these other features. This is just like the basics, give you an idea what I think about it size-wise, feel-wise. I mean, you know it's going to play all these sounds, and so are the others, but we have to see the others to see what features they have or don't have, too, as far as, you know, how confusing things might get. Because one of them actually scares the hell out of me. Because I'm like, okay, I got lots to learn as it is on a few other things in life right now. Do I really want to mess with this part of the field? But I thought, you know what, why not? Let's check it out anyways, right? But this is our M Audio Keystation 61 Mark III. Do take a look at it. If you are in Canada, Long McQuaid is the only place I ever recommend dealing with because they're the bomb. Okay. Now there are other places obviously too, like you can go to Amazon, you can go to your Guitar Center in the States, whatever. But if you're in Canada, I like to deal with Long McQuaid because I love their performance warranties, which are a bonus. Cover stuff that no other manufacturer is going to cover, and renewable. They always got lots of new gear, used gear. They got their Gear Hunter area where you can save a ton of money on stuff too, especially on the used gear side. It's like, wow, I can get that for like that price. Holy cow, that's cheap. I'm in, baby. Okay, so yeah, check out Long McQuaid. This is the first of 3. So what do you say we get out of this video and I will go set up the next keyboard ready to go. I'm just going to decide which one it's going to be, the easier one or the nightmare. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, they're all 3 of them are going to be on here, okay? But you know what I mean, right? All right, thanks for watching and see ya!